Greetings, and welcome to this evening's stream. I am your host, Lilim Nightshade, and I'll be resuming my playthrough of the Front Mission First Remake. If I recall correctly, when I last left off, I was supposed to do an escort mission next, which, if you've ever played any strategy RPGs, you may know that those tend to be the absolute worst missions you can do. So I suppose we will attempt to get this over with. Greetings to Kiersey and beyond. Yes, that is the sentiment I just shared. They are indeed the worst. Should just bring me back to where I was. Actually, let me just load the save to be on the safe side. Sam insert if continue loads the autosave. or the latest save. And if you see here that the autosave is a bit outdated compared to the actual hard save that I manually made. So I'd rather just do that. It has healing items. Exactly, the next thing to do is simply to go to the next map. Do not recall where that was. Was it here? Unfair. But do not remember the details of this particular mission. I do remember the tutorial mission, obviously, and I remember the one where he obtained Frederick. But I do not remember this one. Just by his name alone, you can tell he is not an impressive character. Well, so much for the leader. More important, the mugshot. I mean, that just solidifies it. Though, I'm sure his confidence in Ash dropped tremendously after his leader was taken out in one shot. We did not protect the leader at all. Unfortunately, I do believe he is a character you can recruit. So he's gonna need part of the army. Pretty much any character with a mugshot that is not an antagonist is likely recruitable. This is not one of those games where you can determine where your characters are placed. You just deploy them and the game puts them into whatever slots it wants them to be. Yeah, if you notice, the sortie screen just has you enable or disable a unit for deployment, but there's no sort of grid or anything that you're placing them on. The spots are just predetermined. And do not even know if there's a particular order. It might just be the order they are in the unit list. Early FE work that way. You are widely correct. Even later FE games would do that initially until you obtained a few more party members, and then you could place them. But a lot of times the first few tutorial maps will just have predetermined locations without any actual deployment. The old FE, the order you chose them indeterminate. Right. But the issue is that it's just a toggle on and off. So I'm not certain if there is an order. I guess next time I could try disabling the main character and toggling everyone else on, and then enabling the main character last to see if it put the main character behind everyone else, or if they still start at the front. Where is the actual enemy? Yeah, I have a few over here. Where did the convoy go? Nowhere yet, right? Actually, three supply trucks. Okay, there's some enemies over this way too. Okay, yeah, there are 3 directions. I'm gonna say the best thing we can do is to huddle up around the supply trucks and wait. There's no point in trying to engage the enemy. We'll let them come to us and snipe them as they get to us. And move it to supply trucks for the most part so that we make sure that the enemy cannot get to them. Some of them are not moving, which is good. If some of them stay back, then we do not have to deal with them all at once. Okay, these are the first ones to engage. But those ones are coming as well. So we'll have to fight on 2 fronts, unfortunately. But thankfully not all 3 fronts. So I'm gonna go here. Perhaps have him up this way. The rest will attack these enemies that have just shown up. Shoot from here. You can. I will limit his mobility. I can't think Ryuji can do it. Never mind. That range is longer than I thought it was going to be. Alright, that one is almost down. What are you doing? Why are they going toward the enemy? The main character told them to wait in the forest, not to charge towards the enemy, where we cannot defend them. It's one thing when the character is supposed to be a fighter themselves and are supposed to be out fighting the enemy, but in this instance, they cannot fight, and we're explicitly told in the plot not to go that way. So this is extra dumb, as there's no justification for it. Greetings, Mako. Surprised it must not be a Mistler, or otherwise it would attack him. The other exception for going this way would be, hypothetically speaking, if the objective of the map was for the supply trucks to reach a certain destination. So let's say if there's an exit over here that they're trying to go toward, then programming that would make sense. Or even like to the end of this road or something. But when they were told, go in the forest and wait until the fighting is done, going toward the enemy is the opposite of that. This generally makes no sense. I almost lost one weapon already. Fortunately, he's too far away to help. I guess he could get. I wasn't sure. I should have done this attack first. To soften him up. Not that it did very much. Okay, that one's down. His attack was in this there now. Should I attack this one? Let's go for this one, since it's more likely to get into melee with me. While this is down, we can just walk up to the missile and shoot it. Or if they did anything. That was not the correct solution. As much as I'd like to have Ryuichi help out, I'm concerned because there are 3 enemies right where supply trucks are, which is more important than heading off these ones that are not near the supply trucks. I wish you could shoot before moving in this game. But if you take an attack, I'm fairly certain you are committed to staying in that spot. Already shooting the supply truck. Luckily it missed. Where's that one going? For some reason it laughed. Feels I should not complain. He's then allowed to live another day, and he will make it everyone's problem. Not limited to weapons, at least. I need to start healing soon. Fortunately, it was not that good of a shot. I may approach this wrong by splitting up my forces. Thinking that was a mistake, but since these ones were so close to the supply trucks to beginning, I thought that that might be the better move to make. I was likely mistaken. Apparently shot. I didn't think they had any weapons. I wish there was the option to disable the auto selection. I'd like the camera to stay on the unit I just used and let me target the next one to take control of. It's fairly useless as an attack. I'm not sure if they can do 24 damage in one attack or not. I'm hoping not. Then again, they get attacked multiple times, potentially. He has the most body health. And he failed to finish the enemy off. No one is capable of finishing that enemy. Rather not have JJ attack this one, since he's a commander. Not with his health at what it is right now. He has to finish off this unit. Easy task, I hope. And then heal next turn. Okay, broke one arm. Still out? I do not believe that was the arm he was shooting with, so not as good as it could have been. Being with long range shots available. Then I have two with her. Almost broke one of his arms. You must learn his better weapons, unfortunately. That is bad. And I absolutely can do nothing. Hopefully he does not put the other arm, or worse. It stopped that attack. Physical waste. That was definitely the right move. You still have a gun. Yes, you do. Can you use it to disable this enemy? No, you cannot. Left it with 1 HP. Does he have long-range shots already? Oh, I see. The cannon probably was on the arm that broke. That's unusual for me to do. I usually don't put the gun and the long-range attack on the same arm. I must have messed up when I sent him up. If I tend to put them on opposite arms so that if one arm breaks, I still have, between the gun and the missile, I have one of those. Maybe I did and I just have out of ammo. I'm just seeing now there's no ammo in the missile. Which is unfortunate. If only that arm could break. It's not all I have are punches. The only thing I've used to get do is just finish off this commander. Since Canada cannot fight back. Of course, that does not mean he'll hit. Does he also have ammo? So I try not to overuse the missiles, but sometimes it is necessary. Lucky that missed. I should have repaired his arm, I did not. I'll leave that one alone because he cannot do anything. And try to help out over here. You're going to heal. Let's help you to stop him. No. Still did not hit the arm. We have one job. Excellent. Of course she missed. I need to repair the Yuji's left arm just in case. Not sure what you were doing. Okay, that bird is eliminated. So now there's nothing nearby them. This one's Yamuna is a threat. And now is no longer a threat. Or alive. It's true. I only have one more missile, I think, across all units. Perhaps not the best news. I'll leave the weaker units on cleanup duty. Now the last units are coming forward. Let's see what level a level 4 down there. Simply wait for him to come to me. Meanwhile, we try desperately to try to defeat a defenseless mech. At least he gained a level. This might take a while. I was hoping they would come straight for my main force here, but this one looks like he's going a different route, which could be a problem. We'll see. At least that unit's down. The missiler. so we can potentially hit from there, unfortunately. But I'd rather not overextend one way or another. So we'll have to deal with that. Coming back for her, it's interesting. Broke her arm. Well, now she is no longer an able unit. He still is. He broke the arm that was useless. But we might not take another hit like that. It is possible that Ryuji might have his mech destroyed next turn if I'm not lucky. See if I can shoot him first. No, I didn't do that much damage. See what this one does though. Okay, he decides not to attack. That helps. So close. I'm not gonna take the risk. Punches are generally the worst attacks you can do. But when you have nothing else, actually, do not go that way. You're probably too close to the enemy. I'd rather not have it sniped. I figured he would kill, but I didn't want to take the chance. So I'd let the enemy initiate and then have him kill before the enemy could hit him. Just seemed like the better way to go. That can keep finish him. Good. I believe only one convoy had to survive, but you get more money if all of them survive. First, I'll save. Get the briefing on the next job. Okay, we have no orders. And they need more of those for other pilots. First, let's see what they have as far as part. Looks like a good... much increase in everything. Not a great increase in HP, but the defense and power boosts maybe work. The best HP looks to be this one. Still goes up in defense and power, just not as much. Which sees this. It's like the best non-specialist CPU. Bonus in every. Nothing better than 16 movement I already have, but there are some with better defense. No one has 11. Less likely to have the legs break. I'll go for it. Any arms have gun built-in oven vape. This one is more accurate. This one stronger. But I'll put you up. The accuracy of the gun arm. Then can we afford the Husky arm? Yes, we. Is that a gun? Probably, but most of them are gonna come here for. That one is pretty good. Materials. A worse version. Can't say the best one or yeah is this one. On the shoulder here. Yeah, fist. More damage potential, but I cannot equip the ring. Won't mess with his body yet. Let's give him bare arms. The husky arms seem really good. If that type, we do. Chances give you more. Not necessary at this stage, although it might help the main character. And at the leave, I should be able to get the right shoulder weapon. Let me show. Might be somewhat boring to give everybody the exact same gear. but at the moment, these are sort of the best parts I have access to. It doesn't make sense to have somebody be inferior on purpose. He's more Fort Rain. Fine, Marie. The question becomes, will I have enough money to give these upgrades to every single character? That remains to be seen. Indeed. Although you can earn money through the arena, if need be. I'm not gonna upgrade the shoulder. Won't hand me yet. Footing an army isn't. That is why they usually have whole governments that do that, and not individual people. Although I suppose we are only a mercenary detachment, not a real. Any can need better long range attack. It's the best long range super. He will not get new weapons. Maybe with a new body. Actually, not that one feeds a gun. So we keep that in his. I need some more repair S's.
Thank you.
So let me check which pilots do not have them as we go into ad break. I kind of wish the ad break started sooner, so we would be running ads during the boring shopping section. He needs 2, apparently. Continues. I believe that is why certain streamers will just force ads manually rather than have them run automatically. But then that becomes very difficult to avoid pre-roll. And speaking from experience, it is not very... I guess I could say it's not a pleasant viewing experience to come into a stream and immediately be hit by an... So, anything you can do to disable pre-rolls tends to be good. Can we disable that? I'm gonna see who's in the arena. Oh, I did not expect this to be plot. Oh, I suppose we'll not look around at the arena yet. I was expecting to go to the bar for the historic regression, not the arena. I do recall that this is a recruitable character. Which if she is joining now, hopefully she comes outfitted with good gear already, since I spent all my money trying to outfit my previous units. But we shall see. She knew Karen. That is suspicious. Did we not see Karen blow up? And now we have to win this fight. Good thing I bought him new equipment. See how this goes. Oh, she punched me. Wasn't expecting that. Unlike most arena opponents, you do not get to see what the stats are on her unit to know what her best strategy is. I see she has no long range, she only has short and melee. Okay, there we go. Those almost completely missed. On more of these. Not to use my gun here. That helps she lost her only non-punching weapon. Which means I get first attack every round. Never mind, now I do not get first attack every round. Because she broke my only non-punching weapon. I wish she broke the right arm because at least that would be one I wouldn't use as the missiles are already out. This is gonna be tough. If she hits the... Okay. If she hits the right arm once, it may mean that I lose just by virtue of not being able to attack. even though I had plenty of health left. Okay, I won. It was not too difficult, and I got a level up from it, apparently. Always can use more mercenaries. It's easy to convince him. What does it team have to say? No. Then let's look at our new unit. Well, she's higher level than everyone else, so that helps. We may need to give her... Does she have repair powder at least? We'll need to give her some equipment. She comes with almost nothing. Also, why does everyone have pink max? This is the third unit that has a pink max. Do we repaint this one? Because it's technically red. But it looks... Yes, that would be... See how good the parts are. When she has the husky parts, at least They've already matched their cover scheme. Not that the characters have much of a cover scheme in this game. You can barely see anything from her. If they all matched their color schemes, everyone would just be like drab, gray, and brownish mechs. Hair color. This game does realistic hair colors, so there would not be a lot of variety there. Brown, black, maybe yellow. Her hair looks kind of purple. Looks brown. Suddenly she has the best long-range weapon that we have. I did not realize I had one of these. I should have been using that all along. Is your gun any good? Man. It's serviceable. That should be good enough for her. With direct orders. We were told we can do whatever we want until we get our next mission. You're not disobeying our orders at all. Versus could still be a disaster. Also, is it not strange that we went to visit the hospital in our mechs? Realistically, they would not do that unless they were expecting a fight. You said that already and you're still wrong. I still did not see what direct order we were given to not go to the hospital. Orders were to do whatever we wanted to do until the next mission was given to us. And I don't suppose fighting counts as R&R. The hospital visit could still be counted as that. Do we? No one gave us this job unless the city defense is. Oh, this guy. That's interesting. A newcomer is not in the deploy list, even though she did join the squad. I'm guessing she's forced to be in the battle. Can't see the character levels from this screen. I'm a fan of that. Still have no clue if that did anything for the deployment order. These are actual... Okay, there's no way to see what the objective is, apparently. I assume it's just defeat all enemies. I'm a little concerned about this, though. Considering he is level 40, there's no way we can actually fight him. Okay, it's one of our allies. The only one who's actually helping. So it seems like all the enemies... Which I can't fully rotate the camera. Or there's 2 sets of enemies, maybe. They're all in this direction. We've got these ones over here. And then these ones back further. Which will probably just lump like those ones over here, too. Okay, they're all over the place. I doubt those ones are gonna come behind and get us. And if they do, for some reason, go backwards, then we'll have to just come back for him later. Assuming they don't just chase us. He's going right for them. Well, your funeral. Man, you missed every single shot. Let's see how long he can last. I'm hoping he does not have to survive. Okay, they're going that way as I anticipated. That's helpful. She can shoot from where she is. Might as well. It just got her and she already leveled up with one attack. I'm as interested to start them at the end of level 5, going on to level 6. Did not expect that. All is apparently useless. Seriously, you should just leave and let us take care of it. A stroll, he says. finally hit something. Okay, dish both leaving. That is good. Paul is dying. That is bad. Did you at least heal yourself? And the AI is not that smart. Actually, the 4 would keep that. That works. A lot of attacks missing. Not worth it. I'm assuming the rain is just making visibility harder. Now get closer. Somehow did not get the kill. I do not want to shoot any missiles at something that weak. And the rest of the enemies are all over here. They're not split forces though. and you can reach. He can get himself killed. They stole something from the hospital. My... He'll back his way after all just because of the weird positioning. You cannot use items on other characters, so I cannot assist him in any way. There's no throughway here. Did not see those enemies over there. Everything's hiding behind the buildings. How is he still alive? Not for long, though. Yeah, you will not be redeemed, buddy. Hate to break it to you, but you were terrible. I tried everything I could. I had all my units in front of him, trying to block the enemies off from him, and he would just go in front of me and rush to his death. There is no cure for that. Missed every shot. That was a waste of a turn. And probably my last missile from him, too. Okay. Let's make my turns worthless. Problem? Frederick's always becoming useless the most quickly. That might have more to do with him just being a journalist and not a real fighter. New hint this time. Thank you. And I passed right by that, you did not see it. Or shrewdness. Saw that coming. Much I can do now without my range since they're bottlenecking me. Pretty sure my single unit has a long range attack left. And I suppose no. The fact that a mech could be entirely stopped by a car is a bit absurd, if you ask me. He comes near me, I'm in trouble. Even Nellie's probably a better attacker. In short range anyway. Yeah, it was much more damage. Okay, there's goods, I can flee now. Not quite enough to win the map. As unfortunate. System should have saved so many missiles until the end. I think I can leak you, Rick. Hard choice. There. Hopefully that is the last of them. And the bottom hospital. So if Karen had not already died, she's dead for sure now. The entire hospital blew up. So that is twice that Karen has been blown up. For whatever reason. The game just hates her. Not in this game. Karen is the always dying. Okay. Weird comment to make right now. You're visiting the hospital? Not that he accomplished anything anyway, all he did was get to see the hostel blow up. Meeting you at the bar. Oh, you're still alive. You suppose options are always good? Even though he was useless as the AI. Let's see what we have for him. This part not braid. He has no weapons other than the one missile launcher. We give him something in his hand, at least. That should make him slightly less useless in the next fight. Which will be next week, given the time. But at least advance the story to the point where I have the mission. I believe her brother is another character you can recruit later on. All the new Drain characters. Not all of them, I guess. A lot of them are stronger than my current ones. It's hard to balance in this game. Because you get more experience for destroying parts of the mech. And if your shot just does not happen to do that, then you do not get any experience, you stay at lower levels. And if I'm not mistaken, at higher levels you get skills. And that you can equip or chain to those. Though she's the only one with one and she's only level 6, whereas level 7 characters have no skills yet. So I forget how that works. Definitely not a neck thing though. Let's stop by here to get our mission. As I said, unfortunately he does join. While he as a character is terrible, the service he provides is useful. He is sort of like Merlinus in Fire Emblem, in the games that did have Merlinus anyway, where you can use him as a way to sort of pull out items and do other sort of things like that. You can reload, which would be very useful. The reload ammo is maybe the most useful thing, because as you've seen in the last couple maps, I would start using all my long-range attacks, burn them out, and then have no more long range for the rest of the map. But the reason I did that is because it's safer than going in close, since they cannot counterattack the missile launches. But you have to sort of be conservative with it, to an extent. But with the supply truck, I can just reload those when I run out, and keep going. And I think you might be able to repair a busted arm. I don't remember the details too well, but in those cases where I get bad RNG and the weapon arm that I need breaks, I might be able to fix it. Not much of the boss, it's just anti-aircraft missile launchers. There are 3 boss stands though, apparently, so I assume I have to take out 3 of those to end the map. The normal units probably do not count, but they are experienced, so might as well. But that is our objective, and I will be attempting that battle next week. For exit is not what I want it to be. Menu is the one that actually takes me to the main menu, but on this menu, exit exits the game. A little confusing. I feel like they should have a leave instead of exit for leaving the town. That would be a lot more clear. But at any rate, that is this week's progress in the game. We are starting to get a few more units to work with, so that strategy will be more possible. I am not certain if the limit to deploy will be more restrictive than I have units for right now, or if I can deploy them all, but we will find out next week when I attempt to do that mission. See, Mako streaming, I might raid him. Looks like the best option. So go watch Mako stream, and I will be back next Thursday, of course. We will be having 2 streams this weekend, which is not something we've done in a while. But Cersei will be streaming on Saturday and Daedra will be streaming on Sunday, just for this upcoming weekend. And then she'll go back on break. So do stop by for those streams as well. Indeed, it is the last Sunday before Halloween, so she needs to make good on the subtle goal that was promised. But at any rate, I shall see you next Thursday.